What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Bald Eagle. It's your boy, Big Tone, the Eagles fan, everybody's favorite villain. I got a special guest tonight. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Todd Lanier, senior,
AKA Coach,
Lions fan,
AKA Best Dad. You know.
Lions fan.
Okay. So we gonna move on from that Lions fan comment. You just sending bad vibes in here. You sending 0-2 vibes in here. Oh man, never mind. We 0-2.
You just like me.
Too. I forgot now.
You just like me. Come on now.
Oh, my heart.
Come on now.
All right. We gonna get to the business. You know, this week we got a lot to talk about. But while I got the Lions fan here, we gonna talk about the state of the Detroit Lions. Like I said, this ain't just an Eagles show. I'm gonna try to have a different fan on here every week. But I had to put my mans on first. This is a guy talking.
We have issues. We have issues. There are deep issues going on in Detroit. I don't know about this Matt Patricia, man. I don't know.
Yeah, speaking of that, I think
I don't know.
He's 9-28-1 is the Lions coach.
I don't know.
9-26-1, something like that. Man.
I don't know. I don't know about him.
We got our own problems. So you worry about that. Well, anyway, you know, since I got my pops here, he taught me everything about the game. Took me to my first pro game. You know, so I'm gonna let him have the floor. We done watched a lot of good games together, man. A lot of good games since I was a little kid. But one sticks out in my mind. He might exaggerate the story, but I'm gonna let him tell the story.
All right. I've been working a factory job, so I was sleeping off and on Saturday. It was a wild card playoff game in Buffalo. The Houston Oilers versus the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, that part's true.
All right. So I started out watching the game with every intention of watching. I start to doze off and on in the first quarter. Tony comes in there, and he's probably, I don't know, 10, 11, and he's eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And he's saying, man, Buffalo's putting it on them. I wake back up.
I say Houston was putting it on.
Houston's putting it on.
Yeah, because it was
Houston's putting it on.
35-3.
Yeah, Buffalo came back.
Yeah.
And anyway, long story short, every time that boy woke me up, he was eating something, a bowl of cereal, a ham sandwich, corn curls, potato chips, ham sandwich, bowl of cereal.
Oh,
and I keep looking, and then I finally noticed, you know, that Buffalo's gonna come back. Oh my God, they scored another touchdown. And Tony had to wake me up, and I told him, hey, don't you go back in that refrigerator. You sit down. You sit down, you don't eat nothing else. You don't eat nothing else. And I felt bad because Buzz has already told me about the game.
Yeah, man, I was just trying to tell you to wake up, man.
He done ate like $72 worth of groceries. You know, back in our depression days. And
Hey, man. Yeah.
Good Lord.
I probably got you for about $30.
Yeah, I'm sure. No, it's a little bit more than that.
I was a grown boy, man.
I know it's a little bit more than that.
I was in.
But though we want to give props out to the game of football. We love it. Thank God it's here. Because they was talking about us not having it, and that wouldn't have been good.
Nah. But okay, we gonna talk about your Lions. The floor is yours on that too, man. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
We hired a defensive coach. Our defense is a joke. I'm gonna say it again. We hired a defensive coach. Bill Belichick's protege. Our defense is horrible.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. Matt Stafford deserves so much better. So much better. You know, he ain't the problem. Offense ain't the problem.
We can't really been the problem.
We can't stop a nosebleed. This done got worse. Quality players let go every year. It's getting old.
Matt Stafford's one of the most underrated players in the NFL. Yeah, I'm sure
old.
it is. Y'all drafted Okudah, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was his first game last week. That was his first game. A little rough for the kid, but and it ain't gonna get no better for him, you know. But we believe in him. He's gonna be all right.
Yeah. I believe that was a good pick.
He's gonna be all right.
if y'all do fire him, who would you hire? Who would you want to get hired?
Well,
I know you never you never liked the Jim Caldwell.
man, everybody else hires that coach. There's got to be somebody out there. Andy Reid's got to have somebody else on his tree. Somebody. But
Eric Bieniemy.
yeah, see, well, baby, right there. You know, right there. Somebody. Hey, but we need help. It's obvious.
Yeah.
It's obvious. But
Okay.
a win Sunday changes everything.
Yeah. I'm looking for one of them too.
Everything.
I'm looking for one of them too. Okay. You did do some coaching around here though. Tell them about that. You know,
Oh, okay.
That's what you're known for. You know, mostly around here.
I had a little youth football team known as the Jacksonville football team. We can't call them what we was named. we the youth league Jacksonville football league team. We did okay. I had some really good kids. I had the time of my life showing kids football, showing them sportsmanship, and hopefully teaching them something. Right. And I had some really good kids. I did. I had some really good kids.
Right on. Well, anything else you want to say to the people? You want to talk about that game against the Packers? I mean,
not really.
It says Green
really.
Bay is 24-3 at home against Detroit since 1994.
It's horrible. It's horrible. It's embarrassing. It really and truly is to be a member of the NFC North and we're not competing. It's embarrassing. Yeah. It really is. It's getting old. Hung with them in the first half and missed that field goal going into halftime.
Yeah.
Over.
I was too busy over there watching Carson Wentz overthrow receivers.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, so I wasn't really paying attention to what was going on over there, but I happened to hey man, they was just winning.
I know you didn't.
Like, man, that dude, we gonna get to him. He's horrible. Ever since he married that girl, man.
Yeah.
Mickey tried to tell him on the first Rocky, women weak in the legs. Yeah. Man, this dude overthrowing people by 18 miles, by a country mile.
Well, he swole up like the Incredible Hulk.
Man.
They got him at 250. They got him at 250. He RoboCop.
Hey, man,
he RoboCop playing quarterback.
Hey, man, that motherfucker need to just hit people between...
Clarence Boddicker. My man, go ahead.
Oh, my God.
Isn't that his name? Clarence Boddicker, give up.
Man, hurt that boy.
Hurt him.
Yeah, man, Carson tripping.
Yeah, hey, you gotta suck it up.
You think he gonna get it together?
In that division, yeah. In that division,
that's kind of what I said. I was like,
you start in your division ain't bad. It's a death sentence in the north.
Yeah. It's might be curtains in the north, but in the east, man, the east been weak for like the last 3-4 years. I'm just keeping it 100, but hey, it is what it is. The East is also the only division where every team has won the Super Bowl. The past is a past, but I mean. Along with the East Coast media, all those teams get a lot of attention regardless.
Right.
And then you got, the whack-ass Cowboys. But, we don't even...
God.
Speaking of the Cowboys, what'd you think about the Falcons? What was they doing?
Them dudes been taught that since youth football.
Oh, Jesus.
And in front of everybody. I'd fire people. I would. It's that deep. I'd fire people.
Being a professional football player.
I'd fire people over that.
Not knowing that you can jump on the ball as a receiving team on an onside kick is like a babysitter not knowing how to cook. Like, I don't understand, or a chef not knowing how to cook.
Yeah, that was bad.
I mean, come on, man.
That's bad. And all I could say was thank God it wasn't the Lions. Thank God it wasn't the Lions.
Man.
Thank God it wasn't Detroit.
He was river dancing around it. Dude actually could have scooped and scored probably. Yeah. He had blockers. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I seen it. It was ugly.
Yeah, it was pretty ugly. What you think about Joe Burrow.
Kid's solid. He's solid. I think he's gonna be okay.
Yeah,
I
we got to
think-
play them this week.
Yeah, well, he ain't no easy out. You know what I mean?
You think with that garbage team right now, there ain't no such thing as they're the easy out right now. Yeah, we gonna have to work on that.
AJ Green is up and
AJ
running.
Green's a monster.
Mixon, you know what I mean?
Boyd's
Y'all better
good
look-
too, and
you better-
Mixon.
and that tight end.
Yeah,
I forget his
Eifert?
name. Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah.
He's solid.
yeah,
He's solid.
We'll see who y'all got this week.
Arizona, going back to the scene of a crime.
You hear
Tied
that,
last year.
You hear that, JP?
Tied.
He said they coming for y'all.
I want my money.
Ooh,
I want my change.
ooh.
I want my
Ooh,
change.
or else your water getting cut
He
off.
know who I'm talking to.
Or else your water
He
getting cut off.
know. He know.
So, anything else you like to say?
No, I'm good.
All right, man.
I'm
It's
good.
been
I
a
gotta
pleasure.
go.
All right, bro.
thanks.
All right.
But I will say this though, had me sitting in this crappy Eagle stuff.
Oh, come on, man.
You know, I don't want to talk no more.
Come on,
I'm
man.
out. I'm out.
All right. Welcome back to the Bald Eagle. This your boy, the Birdman. So, we going to move on to this week. It was a fun week in the NFL despite the Eagles losing, but, this ain't the show all about the Eagles. So, we going to move on with what happened this week. I'm going to start with the Monday night game. I was very impressed with Derek Carr. Obviously, he's got weapons. Josh Jacobs is a monster. Their tight end is a monster. Mismatch all the way around. Gruden's got them boys synced in with the offense, it looks like, and them boys is fired up. I'm really sad that they didn't have a crowd because I feel like that crowd would have been jacked, man. They didn't call the black hole for nothing when they was in Oakland. Them fans are nuts. I really wish they would have had fans for that game. But anyway, on the Thursday night game, the Browns took down the Bengals 35-30. Joe Burrow was the first rookie in NFL history with 60 pass attempts with no interceptions. He's going to be great. He's going to do great things there. I think they're building something in Cincinnati. Hopefully we can get the victory against them this week, but I feel like they're building something. The Bears beat the Giants, their first 2-0 start. I got to get that out. The Bears beat the Giants 17-13. They started 2-0 for the fifth time since 1993. It's early, but a win's a win. The Cowboys beat the Falcons 40-39. I'll get to that a little bit later. We all know what happened in that game. I'm gonna get to that a little bit later. The Lions, obviously, my dad was here. Got beat by the Packers 42-21. The Vikings got smacked by the Colts 28-11. I don't know what's wrong with Minnesota. They're a mystery, pretty much just like us. I have no idea why they're not doing any good. They're just pretty much underachieving right now. The Bills, they're definitely on the up and up. I think Allen had 417 yards passing and 4 touchdowns. 4 or 5 touchdowns. The Bills are pretty good. They serious, man. It's about time, but yeah, they serious. 49ers beat the Jets. The 49ers had like 4 or 5 injuries this week. I know they lost their center and their backup center, which some people don't understand how important that center is. They call out defensive fronts. They might check something back with the quarterback to make him call an audible. Like, they read the defense. I know a lot of you know that, but some of you don't. So, that center position is very, very important, and they're down to basically a third-string center, which is never good. And Nick Bosa is out for the season. Their defensive end, Solomon, he's out for the season. Shanahan said today that it's a chance Garoppolo might play, but I don't know. Kittle's questionable. He got hurt the previous week. Mossert got hurt. They're down a lot of bodies, man, which makes that NFC West wide open. So we'll keep an eye on that and see what's going on with that. The Eagles got smacked up by the Rams, 37-19. We all know what happened there. Mr. Carson Wentz likes to throw in double coverage for no reason, killing all our momentum. We fumbled on the opening drive. Miles Sanders, which 20 rushes for 95 yards. He was solid, but that fumble definitely hurt and was a momentum killer from the start. Tyler Higbee for the Rams had 3 touchdowns. That's due to our weak linebacking core. Hopefully that gets fixed sooner or later. It's got to get fixed if we're going to do anything. Steelers beat the Broncos 26-21. Denver 0-2 for the 4th time since 1970. That's not a lot. So trouble in Denver. They also lost a receiver for the year. Panthers and Buccaneers. Buccaneers, I told you that boy Brady wasn't going to sleep, man. He looked a lot better. I know it's the Panthers and a lot of people are down on them, but I think he'll improve week to week in that offense. I really do. Jaguars made it tough for the Titans, but the Titans ended up winning 33-30. The Titans look pretty solid. It's their first 2-0 start since 2008. Mike Vrabel got them boys ready. They've been ready since last year, obviously. I was trolling another buddy of mine named Tony on Facebook one time. But honestly, I think the Titans are really good. They're really solid. The football team that beat us last week lost to the Cardinals 30-15. Kyler Murray, like I was saying last week, he just keeps getting better and better. 158 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns in 2 games. That's a dual threat. Ravens blew out the Texans 33-16. I'm pretty sure Baltimore's won like 14 or 15 straight regular season games. They got caught slipping in the playoffs, but I feel like that didn't do anything but motivate them more. And I'm really looking forward. I don't know, a lot of y'all already know the next week's Monday night game is Kansas City versus Baltimore. I'm really looking forward to that game. Other than the Eagles game, that's the game I want to see. Man, Pat Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson, man, whew. Yeah, I'm ready for that one. Somebody's got to lose, but I feel like those are the 2 teams in the AFC that's going to run the AFC for quite some time. I don't see anybody beating them in the AFC. That Sunday night game was pretty good. I was happy to see Cam Newton do his thing. I thought they was going to pull it out at the end, but everybody in the universe knew they was going to run that power with that quarterback, man. I mean, but Cam had a real good game, but Russell Wilson had an even better game. And to me, so far, it's only 2 games in, but so far Russell Wilson is the MVP of the league. Them deep balls he was throwing on Sunday night was just unreal. Just completely unreal. So, division standings. I didn't do it last week because it was the first week. I really didn't want to do it this week, so I'll just give you a brief summary. NFC West. We'll start with the NFC. There's a 3-way tie. The Cardinals, the Rams, and the Seahawks are all 2-0. The 49ers are 1-1. And, that division's pretty much up for grabs. I think those injuries with the 49ers are, obviously that's going to be damaging. Not that they're still not going to be good, but that most certainly doesn't help. Obviously, I saw the Rams up close and personal last week, and they look pretty solid. But like I said, man, it's just the first couple weeks. Saints and Buccaneers. in the NFC South, they're both at 1-1. I think that's, the Falcons are at 0-2, could easily be 2-0. The Panthers are at 0-2. I feel like the Panthers will probably finish last in that division. Drew Brees did look kind of old, but I feel like he'll bounce back. But, he's 40-something years old. That's what happens. Father Time is undefeated. So we'll see how that turns out. The Bears and Packers are at top of the NFC North. They're both 2-0. The Vikings and Lions are 0-2. Like my dad was saying earlier, man, going 0-2 in that division, he said it was a death sentence. So, we'll find out. NFC East, the football team and the Dallas Cowboys are at the top at 1-1. The Eagles and Giants sit at 0-2. I feel like the Giants with that injury to Saquon Barkley is just crippling. So, the way I see it, I doubt they win 5-6 games. So, obviously, I feel like they're going to finish last. But that division's always up for grabs because it's just so horrible. The AFC North, the Ravens and Steelers are tied at 2-0. Obviously, that's been a two-team race for quite some time. I don't see it being any different this year. Cleveland are 1-1. They may improve. They may get more wins, but I don't think they're going to compete for that division. It's a little bit too top-heavy. And the Bengals are sitting at 0-2. AFC South, the Titans are up 2-0. Indy's 1-1. I feel like Indy's pretty much their only competition for that division. Jacksonville is 1-1, and Houston is 0-2. AFC East, Bills sitting at 2-0. Pats at 1-1. Jets and Miami both at 0-2. The Pats have ran that division for so long, but I feel like it's the Bills' time. If the Pats do win it, I'm not going to be overly surprised, but I just feel like it's the Bills' time to win that division with the Pats still making the playoffs, so I'm not saying that they're not going to go to the playoffs. AFC West, the Chiefs and the Raiders are both at 2-0. The Chargers are 1-1 and the Broncos are 0-2. I feel like the Chiefs will win that division. And these are all early predictions, but that's not a stretch. But I do feel like the Raiders will make some noise and possibly make the playoffs this year. So that's what we had last week. Early MVP predictions. A lot of people are saying Aaron Rodgers. I'm going with Russell Wilson. Their numbers are almost identical as far as passing yards. I think they're separated by 10 yards or less in passing yards. Aaron Rodgers has 6 touchdowns and no interceptions. Russell Wilson has 9 touchdowns and 1 interception. Obviously, you can't count Mahomes out. He's amazing. Obviously, you can't count Lamar Jackson out. He's amazing. But I feel like it's going to be between those 4. Just an early prediction. You never know. The boy Justin Herbert got some time this week for the Chargers. I think they took him with the 6th pick this year, and Tyrod Taylor was out with an injury, but they did say that when he comes back, he's their starter. But I tell you what, the kid was 22 of 33 for 311 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception in his first start. Might want to give him a love. All right. Which leads me to my next point. Of course, everybody keeps asking me about the Eagles. Blah, blah, blah. The Eagles, they're terrible. They're horrible. I'm getting it on Facebook, and that's totally fine with me because I dish it out. That's just the way it goes. Players fuck up sometimes, Hey, but it is what it is. So, like I stated earlier, the NFC East is always wide open because there's no standout team in the NFC East. It's always wide open. We won the division last year at 9-7. That's the good news. The bad news is there hasn't been a repeat winner since the Eagles over 10 years ago. So it is hard to repeat, but 9 wins will win that division. Sad but true. So we're not totally out of it because of that. Also, the question of the week has been, what's up with Carson Wentz? Tony, what's up with your boy? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm going to tell you. I don't know what's up with him. I mean, he's always had a little bit of problems with accuracy, but not like this, man. Like, I could see the frustration on the receivers, like when he overthrew Ertz. Like Ertz, he's just like, yo, this motherfucker again, man. Like he gave it that type of deal. Like, man, like, damn, man, here this dude go again. But like I said last week, he'll get it together. I don't know what it's gonna take, but for his sake, I really hope he gets it together this week. Because if he loses this week, man, the comments and stuff I seen on Facebook, like, I'm an Eagles fan till I die, but damn, that shit was just outlandish about that, man. Like, dang, man, like, I mean, had me rethinking about, like, dang, man, this is just a game. Like, y'all out here, like, really, like, man. I mean, the comment, I ain't going to say what they were saying, but it was pretty vicious, man, and damn, man. But this is the same team, though, that was 6-7 in 2018. Made a run. Made it to the divisional round of the playoffs and was a drop pass away from the NFC Championship. This is also the same team that last year was 5-7. 5-7. Won out their last 4. Ended up in the playoffs, lost in the first round. But, hey, we got there. That's the type of effort that we're going to need. Carson Wentz is 31st. 31st, only ahead of Haskins on the football team in QBR. That is absolutely ridiculous for a $100 million quarterback. He hasn't thrown more than 7 interceptions in the last 3 years. He already has 4. And we're on week 2. Get it together, man. You are way better than this. Get it together. Stop it. Relax. It's going to be fine. I promise. So my overreaction this week has to go to the Dallas Cowboys. And this is why. Ain't no shade being thrown. Hey, you made a miraculous comeback. You had to make plays to come back to win that game. I totally get that. I totally understand that. And I'm not throwing shade because y'all already know me on the internet. If I'm going to throw shade, I'll just throw shade. But I'm not going to throw shade. This is a fair show. So, y'all win that game because grown professionals don't know the rules on the onside kick when it boils down to it. Not to mention that Julio Jones drops a touchdown pass. Those are 2 things that just generally never happen. And then we get on Facebook and you got to, oh, we them boys. Like, no, y'all them lucky charms. Y'all got lucky. Like, I mean, I get it. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. We all get lucky sometimes. I get it. A W is a W. I get it. But, man, this is why don't nobody like y'all, man. Y'all go on the internet and talk, oh, we going to win the Super Bowl. We them boys, blah, 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 blah. Like, man, just stop it. Like, that's a complete overreaction. I know, going 0-2 is not the way to go. Trust me, it's not the way to go. But for y'all to sit there and act like y'all did something, I mean, you made some plays, but you didn't make the plays. They made the mistakes. and you capitalize on them, which you're supposed to, but come on, man. Those are two things that just never happen. Calm down. Please stop it. My underreaction is dedicated to my pops about my man Matt Stafford. People really don't know how good this dude is. His QBR, which measures a quarterback, is 87. That's excellent. He has twice as many touchdowns to interceptions, over 200 TD passes to little over 100 interceptions. Yeah, he's played with some talented receivers, but he's hardly ever had a line. He's hardly ever had a running game, and he's hardly ever had a defense. So put some respect on that man's name. Detroit, y'all bogus. For me and for my dad that was sitting here, y'all bogus, man. Get that man some help. Get that man some help. All right? I'm still looking for a challenge for anybody to come on here and bet with me the week, next week, this week, the following week. It doesn't matter. If you want to come on here, bet me in the pool. We'll see what happens, and we'll see who's singing. Anybody want to challenge me? Come on, man. This week, Thursday, Miami at Jacksonville. I think I'm going to go with Miami on that one. If y'all keeping track at home, you want to challenge me, like I said, hey, bring your ass to the stage. All right. Sunday, we got Houston at Pittsburgh. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. Cincy at Philly. You know my pick. San Francisco at New York. I'm going to take San Francisco, even with all the injuries. They're a way better team than the Giants without Saquon and with their third string, probably. San Francisco's pretty damn good and deep, so they'll be okay. This is a good one. The Raiders at New England. Like I said, I love the comeback story with Cam Newton and all that, and I'm rooting for Cam. But I'm going to have to go with the Raiders on this one. Just simply because I feel like that they're on track this year, especially on the offensive end. So I think they'll be good there. Tennessee at Minnesota. This is a trap game for Tennessee, I feel like, because Minnesota's coming off 2 tough losses, and they'll probably play pissed off. And Tennessee, got a lot taken out of them last week from Jacksonville because Jacksonville fought back. Even if Tennessee loses this game, I'm not going to change my opinion on them. I still think they're solid, but this is a trap game. Kirk Cousins at some point has got to turn it around. I guess I'll go with Minnesota, but I'm not very confident with that pick. The football team, Washington at Cleveland, another tricky one. I'll take Cleveland. The Rams at Buffalo, another good one. Yeah, I'll go with Buffalo. Not a lot of confidence, not because I don't think Buffalo's good. As I stated earlier, I think they're good, but the Rams, like I said, I've seen firsthand the way their offense works. I'll go with the Rams. Not very confident, though. That's a real toss-up right there. Chicago at Atlanta. I feel like Atlanta's going to be fired up. The Bears have squeaked by. 2-0 is 2-0, like I said, but they've squeaked by clearly the last 2 weeks. I'm going with Atlanta. Carolina at the Chargers. I'm going to go with the Chargers no matter if they start Taylor or Herbert. The Jets at the Colts. Obviously, I'm going to take the Colts. Actually, the lineman that the Jets picked up in the draft, he's doing really, really good for them. That's definitely a bright spot on that team. But after that, Le'Veon Bell, I just don't see much of a fight coming out of them next week at Indy. Dallas at Seattle. I'm going to take Seattle, just not because it's the Cowboys. Seattle's just really good. That's just that. Tampa Bay at Denver. I'm going to take Tampa Bay. Detroit at Arizona. I'll take Detroit. I'll go with the underdog. Green Bay at New Orleans. I'm going to take the Packers. They're just too hot on offense. And Aaron Rodgers is playing like that dude has something to prove. Monday night game, KC and the Ravens. At the end of the day, with both those explosive offenses, I feel like the Ravens have the better defense of the two. So I'll go ahead and take the Ravens. My MVP this week is to James White and his family. His dad was killed in a car accident. I believe it was Sunday. It was either Saturday or Sunday, and he wasn't able, obviously, he wasn't at the game when the Patriots were playing the Seahawks. And the Patriots got a pick six and ran it in and dedicated the touchdown to him. Just pray for the White family. That's terrible. His mom was also in the car with his dad. And she's in critical condition, the last I heard. So, yeah, just pray for them. And that's just a tough break. So, yeah, keep them in your thoughts and prayers. MVP this week. And he didn't take a snap. But, you know, when things like that happen, it's way bigger than the game. Way bigger than the game. So, yeah, he's an MVP this week. Dog Food Award this week goes out to the Atlanta Falcons special teams and their special teams coach. That was the most horrible thing I've ever seen in my life. Y'all are river dancing around the ball when all you had to do was fall on it. You had a W. Philly says you're garbage. I say you're garbage. I say that's more garbage than Philly's even been this year. That is the worst play ever.